Hey guys, so we're going to cover the next step, and we're going to cover how to create the right business structure for you. So a business structure is important because it will affect your personal liability. So what does liability mean? Well, liability is who is ultimately responsible for such things like a claim or a loss, or if something gets destroyed, or if there's bankruptcy, who's responsible? Is it you? Or is it your business? Well, you want your business to be responsible, and that's why we're going to take this next step. Each structure has its own advantages and disadvantages. So we're going to cover the three main ones, and then I'll let you choose at the end. However, you should know that you should consult with a legal or a tax expert in the final run, because they might give you tailored advice as to your location, what you want to do with your business, where you're going, and certain other relevant factors. So they would be the final word on this. But I'm going to give you a grounding so you can kind of choose your own path too, and explain what they are actually. So the first one is called a sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is basically the simplest of the business structures. And this is where you're not separate from the owner of the business, and you're entitled to all profits, but you're also responsible for all the business debts, losses, and liabilities. So this is good if you're just going to go small scale operation, minimal risk, and no plans for substantial growth. And you don't have to do anything for this. That's just how you file your taxes at the end of the year. So next is an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company. Limited just means it's restricted in size. Liability means, again, you're responsible for something. You're responsible by law. Who pays for the damages? Or, where does it go? Are you responsible? Do you have to give up your house because of blah, blah happening, So an LLC, Limited Liability Company, provides some protection to you, which means you're not going to lose your house, you're not going to lose your car. It's basically, it goes to the business. And it does offer some flexibility in terms of taxation, and it's a pretty good choice for a small to medium sized business. Now, the last is an S corporation. S is just a letter that the IRS came up with. Corporation really just means it's a group of people treated as if they were one person under law. That's a corporation. So you don't need to worry about the wording of it. But basically, it's the more complicated of the three. If your tax or legal representative says that you need to do an S Corp, go ahead and do an S Corp. There's more paperwork, there's more formalities. You have shareholders. Shareholder is just a part owner of the business. Um, but it can be a good choice in some situations. So, now how do you file for these? Well, let's get into it. I'll show you. You're going to go to a website called InkFile. And looks like this. You're going to still have this smiling person right over here. And you're going to hit Start My Business. This is actually quite easy. And you're going to choose Entity Type, and you're going to say LLC. Then you're going to do the state that you're living in. Doesn't matter. Montana, we'll take Montana. Every state has different prices. And so in this case, it's actually pretty cheap to start in Montana. So you're always going to go really for the silver so that you don't have any fees. If you want all these extras and stuff, I'm actually going to show you how to get all these extras for free anyways. So we're just going to go for the free. You get the silver package. Really, it's as simple as clicking on that and filling in your information. You're going to fill in your information, where you live, your phone number, what the business name is and such, and then at the end of the year, that's how you file. It takes them a little bit of time to send it to you. If you buy a bigger package, they'll send it right away. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be there the next day, but that's basically how you create your business structure and why you create it. It's very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Just get it done. You do want to do LLC. It will protect you. It is worth it. It costs a little bit of money, but it's definitely worth it. And that's how you do it. That's the next step. All right, so hang with me. We'll go on to the next thing.